on. I'm pretty sure they would have. Maybe they're not telling us everything, but it's two ways. If this young woman on her own was able to think about this and felt and thought about increasing her score for whatever benefit, because our original score was great, then I would be shocked at the kind of teenagers that were grooming in secondary schools. But then again, I also feel it's also possible that you have an adult involved in this one way or the other. And I think we might not get that information after all. I mean, from how it looks, everything has been concluded. We'll go for a short commercial now. After we come back, we open the phone lines and get your thoughts on the newspaper review. Stay tuned.
You are tuned in to
Nigeria Info.
We'll be right back after this.
Just get on Facebook at the search bar. You type Nigeria Info 922.3 PH. Like the page, and yes, just follow us, watch our contents, and drop your comments. We're streaming live on Twitter as well, Nigeria Info PH, and on Instagram and Threads it is Nigeria Info FM _PH, and that's it. Unlimited access. The numbers to send your WhatsApp messages to 0809 030 6416. 0809 030 6416 is the WhatsApp number. Let's look at the Vanguard before we get on with some of your messages on WhatsApp and Facebook. Okay, court orders DSS to grant Kanu access to his medical records. I was watching that yesterday. It's like the second time. I think there was the Justice Binta gave that order. Let's see what happens next. He was also allowed to get access to his medical records, to be given access to it. Igbe Azu desperate to stop probe by panel on asset recovery, OT. Well, what's happening in Abia State is intriguing. We'll keep our tabs on it and our eyes focused on what's going on there as well. Palliatives, Buhari's social register lacks credibility, neck. Then I'm thinking, is it that these people did not know at the time that the register lacked credibility? They just found out. The National Economic Council, they unanimously resolved to do away with that register. And I mean, on the Punch, you heard that the governors plan to do it their own way. I'm sure they would let us know what that way is. But I hope it was not the way I suggested, because then we would hear politics is involved. Petrol subsidy, vehicle owners dropping big SUVs for small cars. That's the situation. Subsidy removal, Labour accuses federal government of jettisoning Presidential Committee on Palliative. Let's take some WhatsApp messages first now, before we go to the phone lines. Let's start with the WhatsApp messages and hear what you're saying this morning. Okay, let's go. Where we're starting from. The National Economic Council projected fantastic ideas, I suppose. However, projection is easier than implementation. Implementation has been one major challenge in Nigeria. Action is needed here, not words. Fegabo Cliff. This one says, on the issue of palliative, that's mockery to suffering Nigerians and employed to enrich a few. Federal government, repair our refineries. We don't want your distribution of grains, fertilizers, cash transfer, and other palliative measures. Thank you very much, Henry from Oyigbo. I'm saying this because the moment we're taking all of this, we're dressing the wound. We are not solving the problem. We're just dressing the wound. We are not solving the problem. All this fantastic talk of fertilizers, I don't know how it's going to get to my grandmother in the village, because I know very well that the system in this country is very porous. It's going to get to a few people, no doubt. It will get to some people. There's no doubt about that. But then will it get to the people that have nobody? That's another question. There are people that have nobody. Will it get to them? Are they involved? Are they known? Are they in the system? Are they signed in that register? Do they know them? The ultimate thing is fixing the refineries. Automatically, you solve all of this, and we wouldn't be fighting this battle that seems unending. Good morning. This person says, Governor Sim promising Rivers Police Command is laughable. This is a former civil servant who is now the governor. Where the unified local government workers are still stagnated and frustrated with their family and relations for over 8 years. Prince George, your message is pretty long. I can't take everything. So that's the first part of it, and that's it. God help we, the unified local government council workers of the state. Any arrangement that is not discussing how to fix our refineries will not work for Nigerians. Please, federal government should think well. Jackson from Aba. And let me encourage us to please keep our messages very short and precise. All right? Because, we can't use more than a minute reading one message. So keep it very short and precise. The planned state cash transfer is another way to keep feeding the rich in disguise. For me, making our refineries functional will do us much good. Christian Williams, you sent that one in. This one says, good morning. Why do these guys choose to borrow for palliatives instead of fixing our refineries? Do they think at all? Or it's a deliberate act to punish Nigerians? Niatia And yet here, I'm asking the same question. We borrow to share. We're borrowing to dash people the money. It's a question that I can't give the answers because I don't have access to that. Good morning. Thank God. Okay. That's not for me. All right. Good morning. Hike of petrol causes sharp increase of transport fares. Federal government should do everything within their power to fix our refineries. Before you remove subsidy, you should provide alternative now. Nigerians are suffering. Some Nigerians are now relying on trekking on daily basis. I want to take Clinton West. On the bright side, somebody told me yesterday, all Nigerians are working out by force. NNPC to build first floating gas plant. Rubbish. NNPC should build refineries first before talking about floating gas plant. Ihemadu Charles, you sent that message in. All right. The numbers to call are 0817 923 0003. 0817 923 0003. You can also call 0817 923 0007. Let's take some more messages. I'm trying to do all the WhatsApp messages first before I go to the calls because I realize most of the times I don't get to take enough messages. Governors begin move to share palliative to poorest citizens. My question is, how will they know the poorest? I think they should create jobs, fix our refineries, provide all the basic things. Skillful Piro sent that one in. This person says, good morning, Andrew. The angle they are going about this 8K palliative will not work. The politicians will use it to enrich themselves more and favor their families. They don't have the poor masses at heart. Amarachuku Julius from Oyigbo, you sent that one in. This message says, good morning. Let the federal government use that money to fix our refineries, please. Another one says, good morning, Ifeemi. The open grazing law is not working in this state. Cows have been destroying crops in Eche, and we're keeping us hungry in that area. There is no part of Eche that cows have not taken over the farmland. Please let the state government put more effort in stopping this problem. Okay, the state government a law has been made in the state, which means local governments can act. So before you call the state government that's far to get to you, call the local government that is just at your corner. It's just by your corner now. Call them first. Talk to them first. What are they doing? If it means to hold meeting with these cattle rearers, if it's whatever it is, that's the first point. Start with the local government council chairman that is close to you, that is next to you, unless your own is not living in his local government too. Then you'd have to come to Port Harcourt and look for him or Obiakbo. Otherwise, go to the chairman first. That's how you start. I'm sure they have avenues to reach to do that. Use that first. Let's try to learn to start to do things properly and hold everybody accountable. First, not every time state government, federal government. Those people say they are collecting their allocations now. They say the money is coming to them. They are getting allocations. It means they can do their job. So let's start from there. It is when it is beyond them, then they will talk. In this case, there's a law already that the assembly, state house of assembly passed against open grazing. So let the local government chairman begin to find ways to act using that law. We have people with analog brains. Nigerian government will never make policies that will help Nigerians. Fixing the refinery is not rocket science. If they fix the refinery, the people will rejoice. Walter from Port Harcourt, you sent that message. All right. Let's get on with the calls now. We're having slight issues with the system. I think we have to go on now. So when I pick up the call, please just tell me your name, where you're calling from, and straight to the point. Thank you. Nigeria Info, good morning.
Good morning, my very distinguished Ifeemi. And how are you doing this morning, sir?
Fine, thank you. Go ahead, please.
Yes, so wishing you a very fantastic, happy weekend. I remember the very distinguished Temple Okere. I think I want to agree with my governor where he reinstated his commitment in supporting the security agents in providing good logistics for them. I would say that's a very good one because under the leadership of CP Emeka, I think Rivers State has been a crime-free state, if I may put it that way, because of the level of his commitment in fighting crime. But if I may come back, where the engineer Charles Okoro was talking that the anti-grazing law has not been implemented, I think I will agree with him in total. Because if you come down in my own community here, Umechim, where farmers cannot access their farmland, where headers has made it a point of duty to use our farm crops and our cassava to serve as breakfast at lunch and dinner to their cows. Where headers has made it a point of duty that women in Umechem and the at large cannot, after investing so much, after borrowing money to make sure their farm look good, will not, harvest anything good in their farm. The very distinguished Kemi Andrew, I have done what I think I should do, push forward petitions, but you look as if the anti-grazing law is just like a jamboree, or will I say an abracadabra, and which I appeal to the relevant authority, which I appeal to Governor King, which I appeal to my local government chairman. There is a need for us and for them to come to the aid and the faith of Umechem people, because they are already been pushed to the wall. Our farmlands are being destroyed by heather. They are killing us.
All right, point made, Temple. Thank you. Good morning, Nigeria Info.
Yeah, hi Andrew. Good morning.
Welcome.
Yeah, move fast on the line.
All right, straight to the point, please.
Yes, infrastructural support program. Well, for me, like you rightly said, any infrastructural support that does not capture the revamping and rebuilding of a new refinery, so it will not be acceptable by me, and I'm sure by a lot of Nigerians. What Nigerians want to see is them being able to buy fuel at a more reduced price, because fuel and petrol, is part of, what, drives most of the sectors in this Nigeria. So for me, whether I want to call it infrastructure, palliative support, or all of that, want to see our refineries working. And lastly, Governor Sim has promised to run an all-inclusive government. For me, that's a very welcome development. This is not the first time he's saying it. And more especially seeing the APC have actually come to realize that Rivers people have made a choice and come to support this government. Then again, I say it's a very, very good one. Kudos to the governor. Have a nice day, Andrew.
Hello, Nigeria Info. Good morning.
Good morning.
Your name and straight to the point.
Morning.
Good morning.
It's Cookie Gum.
Straight to the point, please.
Hello?
Go ahead, Cookie Gam. Straight to the point.
Andrew, the transport fare River State, that is what I want to say this morning. Andrew, if you watch what happened in River State now, from my place to here to Popo Town, coming back is 7,000 to my village, where we spend 1,800 naira. Andrew, I want River State governor, please, if he's sharing my voice, the possibility provide for the interstate ride, for the free transport is just small, it's just meager. They will not serve Irumonimino or serve Obiapo or serve area. Let him at least 100 buses for River State, 100 buses. And the people are collecting from my one. Only before they enter to the Iwape, where they can pay 100 and 150. People say from Iwape to Kinda to pay 100 of my tree every day on daily basis. People are suffering. They not take that go start collecting on the road in River State. When after this, they please. And then River State government, please provide more buses to help people. And the open grazing law that River State government signed in 3 years ago. When we are signing that, I said that is such a utility that it will not work. That what will work, they didn't build ranches for this cattle to stay. As long as they don't build ranches to stay, this cow will run everywhere. The River State has no weapons to stop this open grazing. So,
all right, thank you very much. Point made. Thank you. Time exhausted. With this cattle thing, my only one question I want to ask now is, who owns the cows? We have never known who the cows that you see roam on the street, because I don't think they are owned by the people that carry them to feed them and care for them. Who owns the cows? Who? That's the person we need to know. We need to know the identity of who owns. If you're doing a business, like, who owns this, who owns it. So then, God, this is your business. All right. Then let's have a conversation on how we can do this business better so it does not affect the business of other people. Good morning, Nigeria Info.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
All right. Jacob Promise from Roma Odumaya.
Go ahead.
My brother, let me talk about the security issues. SIM, the governor of Rivers State, promises to buy the security agencies vehicles. I think it's a welcome development, my brother, but if you ask me, I would say the best way to fight insecurity in Rivers State now is to force investors, I keep saying it, force investors to come to Rivers State. I think the responsibility lies on the federal government. It is a federal job, but you should force investors to come to Rivers State. With that, youth will be engaged. Are you getting me? If you have a company producing pure water in Rivers State, tell them to bring their branch here in Rivers State. I don't know the advisors that are close to SIM, but if I am opportune to be his advisor, I think you will do more better in this angle. Thank you, Ejeku Promise from Rumor.
Hello, Nigeria Info. Good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, Nigeria Info. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome. What's your name, please?
Good morning, Andrew.
Good morning to you. Your name and where you're calling from.
I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
All right, go
I
ahead.
just want to join you and other callers. We don't need palliative from any government. What we need is fix our refinery. Alternatively, give us modular refinery. Petroleum cost is the problem of Nigeria. It's the problem of high cost of living, high cost of food items, not fertilizer, not grain, supplying whatever, according to Soludo and Co. It's not what we need. What we need, we put our refinery working so there will be enough fuel. We can buy fuel in cheaper techno. If you like, fish road from here to Aba, if you don't fix it, we can manage our way to go where we want to go. Really, for crying out loud, we are crying. Palliative or no palliative, we know where palliative is going. From governors, they will give it to their kinds in the street. They will give it to their people in the world. They will share according to people they need. During the COVID-19, we have somebody in my street that needed this palliative, but it did not go to the woman. Rather, it was going for somebody that have enough. His children, his in-laws are well, rich to supply her all her needs. That was where the palliative is going. So even if they start now, it's 10.
All right,
So
thank you
please,
very much. Point made.
give us our refinery.
Nigeria Info, good morning.
Hello?
Good morning.
Yes, Andrew, good morning.
Welcome.
Yeah, the Luga man calling from PJ.
Straight to the point, please.
Yes, Andrew. Shehu Sani saying that some governors inherited empty treasury. I totally agree with Shehu Sani because Rivers State is one of those states that their governors treasury.
No, that's not
So,
true. Lugaman, I would not allow you make statements that are not factual, that are not true. Who said it? Where did you see it?
No, I said Shehu Sani said.
No, he did not mention Rivers State. He did not mention Rivers State. You just said
I know.
Rivers
I am
State
saying
is
that
one
this
of those
is
states
fact.
that the governor
Because
inherited an empty
Muslims never
treasury.
told us-
No, he never told you does not mean that there's no money. He never told you. Why did you not assume that there's plenty money? Don't make statements like that on the show. You don't do that. I think we've made that very clear. If the government had come out to say we inherited empty treasury, or better still, you say, oh, you are suspecting that maybe there's no money, that's why, or whatever, but you don't come out and outrightly make a statement and say the Rivers State is one of those states where there's no money in the government. Where has that been said? So please, let's. Then there are certain ways to say it. Nigeria Info, good morning.
Yeah, Andrew, good morning.
You're welcome.
I don't jealous you this morning, my bro. But
Your name, please.
NNPC, and UTC also.
Your name, please.
Hello?
Your name and where you're calling from first.
Yeah, my name is JAJ, calling you from Rumigbo.
Thank you.
NNPC UTL to build first floating gas plant. Andrew, we have refineries on land. It's not working, no. This one that they want to make float, what will happen? Just like somebody that is going to learn driving, he has not learned how to go from a reverse in one lane. Does it make any sense? And this NNPCL too, I don't know what they are doing because they've even entered road construction, entered a lot of things that does not concern them, except the one that concerns them, which is building of the or fixing of the refinery. But for the next and their meeting and their recommendation, good recommendation, but all those recommendations does not carry any weight at all if these refineries are not fixed. What are the primary causes of the problem we have right now? Oh, they say dollar. What do you use the dollar for? To import petrol. Why can't we fix this whole refinery here so that we can just pass this phase and move on? Where the Dangote refinery? I don't get this. The whole thing is confusing me by the day. So for me, I think all those sharing this, sharing that will not work. If the refineries will not work, if they don't tell us by so time, Andrew, JAG, and all those listening, by December 2023, the refineries will start working at optimum production. If not, sorry, is our name.
Thank you very much. On Facebook, some messages here. Obioma Noble says, this is a deliberate act. They know if they fix our refineries, they won't import fuel and they won't make more money again. Please tell them to use the borrowed 8K palliative to fix our refinery. I can't be buying petrol for 617 naira per litre. Thank God Ability says, my annoyance is none of our governors are talking about fixing the refineries. Federal government should stop chasing shadow and fix our refineries. Oh, you know how our governors supported us with the cash during the before the election, the whole cash swap thing, how the governors were taking federal government to court. I'm wondering why they have not done that with regards to refineries. Refineries are not working. Yeah, in Rivers State it's not working. I would have loved to see the Rivers State government take the federal government to court and say, or take whoever, even if it's not the federal government. The company that was doing the turnarounds maintenance, I don't know if it was contracted to any company. Take them to court to say we have been paying for turnaround maintenance. Our Port Harcourt refinery is still not working. What is happening? The minister former minister promised, Emele Kyari promised, and the promises have kept going on. Or maybe we see in Warri Delta State, they take government to court to say what is happening, see how much we are buying for. If we are producing locally, the price would have been less, like they did for the cash swap period during the elections. I think it would help, because everybody's asking me, they don't understand. Me too, I don't understand why the refineries are not being fixed. I don't know how difficult. Maybe they're not seeing what we're seeing. I don't know. Obiajunwa Thank God says, federal government, please repair our refineries. We're not interested in the distribution of grains, fertilizers, and all of that. Lorenzo Delight, federal government, governors. And that reminds me, should we be distributing fertilizers and grains now? Isn't the distribution of fertilizers and grains supposed to be a normal thing? It's supposed to be something that's a constant. It's not something that you will now bring because there is. So we had grains and fertilizers. We kept it since. And after COVID, it's almost like we didn't learn anything. We had grains and fertilizers, so we have kept it since. Now we now feel, okay, let's share some more to people. Why? This is supposed to be a continuous process if we want to ensure food security. Grains and fertilizers is something that's supposed to be shared. It's supposed to be a constant program, administration after administration. It's not something that needs to stop or start, or it's just supposed to be there because we need food every single day. Obioma Noble says, tell Labour to go on strike because of our refineries. Lorenzo Delight says, federal government, Governors Forum and National Assembly, let me remind them that fixing our refineries or setting up modular refineries is far better than we help the masses more. Another message on Facebook, Obiajunwa Thank God says, federal government, please repair our refineries. We're not interested in distribution of grains and fertilizers. Patrick Amadi on Facebook says, Governor of Rivers State promised to provide vehicles for security operatives. It's a good one. I want to urge the police to always maintain their vehicles given to them. On Twitter, we have a few comments as well. Let's get on Twitter and take some of those comments quickly. If you haven't joined our Twitter community, very simple, Nigeria Info PH. That is the handle. Go there, follow us, interact with the posts, and drop your comments for the live stream videos. Thank God that Twigbo1 says, Andrew, no joy again in this country. Things are getting worse. At Kwate Mag says, NNPC to build first floating gas plant. Well, to me, it's a process that won't see the light of day. At Tony Anthony says, Nigerians should please bear the hike in pump price and other items, as the policy of removal of subsidy is the best way to go. I don't think anybody is against the removal of subsidy. Nobody is. In every part of the world, before they removed it, they had a plan. For education, you are removing subsidy, you had made sure you put what you need to put in place, and then you remove it. The problem people have is you have not done what needs to be done before removing, and now you have even removed it. The decisions you are still taking does not tell that you intend to do what needs to be done. So it makes people concerned. Well, we have to draw the curtain here. Thank you very much for being a part of it. The Morning Crossfire continues. We have to go for a commercial now. My name is Ifeami Andrew. Good morning.
You are tuned in.